Dear Wanderer,
Welcome. Today I'm going to talk to you about Japanese maples, especially how I grow them from seed, and I will show you from step 1 up until I got like tree beside me, just like 4 years old, all grown from seed. They are really like our climate in here up in Ireland, and as we have a lot of humidity and it's not that warm during the summer season. As you can see around me, they are really easy to grow from seed. As you see here, they were just planted last year. You see something a year old, 2 years old, 3 years, and then even 4 years old. The other topic what I wanted to mention about seeds and typically Japanese maples that I see in a lot of scammers online who they are trying to fool you and selling you tree seeds actually with really vibrant and different colors, like, you know, using different softwares to make them as like unrealistically blue, unrealistically yellow, and all sorts of, you know, colors which they would never really grow to. They are just basically want you to buy those seeds. And actually, when I talking about like reliable sources, when you can get them, and later on in the video I will show you where I'm getting my seeds. I did my own research as well. I contacted 4 or 5 different sellers online, and the 5th one, which turned out really amazing source. I just wanted to share with you, this video is not sponsored by the guy who runs that bonsai shop, but I just wanted to show you that how easy it is, you know, to be in kind of fooled, because, you know, I was a victim for that as well. I bought a good 2 years ago like 25 seeds for $10 or 10 euros, which is ridiculous compared to, you know, the reliable source. So let's start from here and let me show you how I do it.
usually the seeds arrive around January or early February. After they were collected, they are going through a drying process which usually takes a week or 2, and when they are ready to be planted, they ship it to you. I like to plant them straight away so I can make sure that they have time for stratification. Before we plant them, I soak them into warm water for like 24 hours. A lot of people ask if this is a special Japanese maple cultivar, such like as the Shoujos or the Blood Gods. But no, this is just the classic Acer palmatum, the original species. No grafting, no fancy name, just nature doing its thing. Since it's grown from seed, each tree is unique, with its own leaf shape and autumn colors. If you are looking for a true, natural Japanese maple, this is it. As I mentioned before, here's the website where I do get my seeds every single year. They offer a massive collection of tree seeds from conifers to deciduous. I'm sure that you can find your favorite tree seeds on the webpage. These black horticulture crates are great for seed growing because they provide excellent drainage, airflow, and root development. The open grid design prevents water from pooling, reducing the risk of root rot. Roots get more oxygen, which promotes healthier growth. The black color absorbs heat, warming the soil and speeding up germination, especially in cooler climates. As roots reach the edge of the crate, they get air pruned as well, stopping from circling and encouraging a fibrous, healthy root system. As now I prepare the crate, I simply use ordinary compost, but you can use perlite, even akadama if you wish. Usually this is the amount of seed per crate I'm using. Also, before we will cover them with few centimeters or an inch deep compost, I will try my best to separate them evenly. I also like to sieve the soil before I use, as it helps to break down the bigger pieces and it gives you a smooth potting medium. Please be patient, as germination can take up to 2 to 8 weeks, depends on your conditions. After when I planted all the seeds, I give them a good water. After I planted them, last year all I did was just water the seedlings when they dried out, usually every 2-3 days in growing season. Fertilized them once a month and applied shade netting, especially for June, July, as the seedlings' delicate leaves are very fragile when it comes to sunburn. Now let's move on to the 2 years old trees. These trees were planted back in 2023, and now it's time for them to get their own pots. When I removed the trees from the pot, I tried to keep as much roots on them as possible. Also, I will not cut back them heavily, preparing them to be bonsai material straight away, as I want to grow them for another year, kind of untouched, and next year I will air layer every single one of them. I love to mix these two techniques in tree propagation, as you can add a lot of new trees to your collection. The big soil particles can be used as drainage layer on the bottom of the pots, and then I add the trees into the pot, decided on a depth in the pot. Do not plant the trees to the very top of the pot and fill it up fully with soil, as your water will just fall off when you will try to water it. Keep few centimeters so the water can sit in the pot before it will penetrate the soil. The best time for me to repot trees is just when the buds started to swell. At this stage the tree is coming out of dormancy, meaning it has stored enough energy over the winter to support new roots and shoot development. Repotting now allows the tree to quickly establish new roots in the fresh soil. If the leaves are just emerging but not fully opened yet, the tree is still in an early growth phase, making it resilient to repotting. So the main goal with the up-potted trees will be to grow them strong and very thick, but I took one of them home to play around. While we wait for the seeds to grow this year, let me show you how the previous planting was doing last summer and fall. And just after 50 days, let's see how the tree is doing now.
The other thing is what you can do to these trees, just simply plant them into the ground. What I did 2 years ago to this Japanese maple tree as well.
As you can see, it's growing way faster than it would grow in any container, as the roots are not limited by the volume of the pot. It is the perfect method if you want to thicken up your trees much quicker. Coming back to a year-old seedlings, if you want to give them some shape, now is the time to do. Ideally, I wire my trees just after the leaf drop, but if you didn't have time at fall, this time you can correct that. And this is what you can get just in 1 year after styling Japanese maples. If they come to their second year of growth, well, wiring primary trunk it's almost impossible as the tree will easily snap. Although I might try this technique in coming fall, and I will show you how it turned out.
Guys, if you come a bit closer, I will show you something. So as you see down there, not every single seed will germinate in the same time. I mean, I've seen seeds after all these years propagating Japanese maples that sometimes they skip, quote unquote, a year, and then they will germinate, you know, just a year after. So don't worry about your seeds if you don't see 100% of success. This is totally normal. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is all from me for today. If you would have any questions, please just link the comment below and see you all next time. Bit sunny. Keep it to your eyes. You know, not that easy to concentrate while I want to talk to you, but I'm giving the best. Welcome.